Hi everyone. We just thought that seeing as we're not actually seeing one another, we might just update you all on some family news. There are things I'm sure we could share, so if you have big birthdays or anniversaries that we can mention, please do pass them on. But just some sad news. Annemie Vandenberg's mom passed away 2 days ago, and it was a traumatic time for them. So please do keep Annemie and her family in your prayers. Her mom's name was Alma, and so please do pray for her husband, Francois, who's lost a wife, and a family who's lost a granny and a mom. We do pray for them as a family and ask that you would do the same. Just to say that we have a WhatsApp group. If you're not on it, please do join it. We'll put a description or a link to the WhatsApp group in the description of this video. And also bear in mind that we have Easter coming up, and it's a great time to be thinking about who you could invite to come along to our church services, even though they can't actually come physically. We have a wonderful resource now to be able to forward on to our friends and our family and encourage them to be part of our Easter celebrations. We're also going to be doing a course that follows Easter called Essentials that Chris will run, and we think that part of that might have to be online, but do listen out for that in the weeks to come. Chantel, we just thought as well it might be useful to talk just for a few minutes about how we can keep God at the center of our lives, especially in a lockdown situation, how we as families can do that. And so I thought I would just include Chantel in the discussion here and just say something of what we're doing at the moment. It's not a perfect approach by any means, but it might just provide some ideas. So how do we keep our spiritual disciplines?
Well, I think actually it was earlier this year that we were just trying to think through something that we could do as a family that's also realistic. So we want to make it a little bit interesting and realistic at the same time. And so I just divided up the week into a few different things. So on Monday nights, I do one-to-one with the girls. I alternate with my daughters. So the one Monday I'll do the book of Mark with Rebecca, and next Monday I'm doing the book of Jonah with Kezia, and I just do I pray and then we read the Bible and we talk about a passage, and it's not too long. It's very, you try and keep it age appropriate. The younger they are, the shorter it is. And then on those nights, Nils will read the Bible with Seth, just one of the children's Bibles. And then on Tuesdays, it's devotions with Dad, really. And so Nils has been reading through the book of Proverbs with the kids after supper. So before we leave the table, we'll get the Bible out, and then Nils will read a passage from Proverbs, and we'll talk about that, and then we'll pray through some of those things. Wednesday nights are really focused around Bible study, so we're just encouraging the kids to join in Bible study in some way, so that's kind of seen as our Wednesday activity. And then Thursday nights, we do question time. So after supper, I made a jar early on in the year, and we put different topics in the jar, and every child gets to pick one out. What have you got?
So this is education. So we talk about education.
So we'll choose one, and then we'll talk about that topic. I've heard that the children have already found some of the more embarrassing topics and put them right at the bottom. So we'll get to those last. But that really is just a chance to chat through what they think about that topic, and then also get the Bible's point of view on that. And we just talk through that casually, and then we'll pray for some people after that. And then weekends, Fridays to Sundays, are a little bit more relaxed. And so at some point on the weekend, I try to bring out a book that we got a long time ago, but it's called Window of the World, and it's just about different countries. And so we will pick a country and we'll talk about a country and its people, and then we will try and pray for that country. Obviously, with COVID being around, it becomes even more important to kind of keep our eyes on places further afield and be praying for other countries as well. And then the one thing that we are also trying to do is include some family singing over the weekend with some songs, and it really is often a joyful noise. And we hope our neighbours don't mind too much, but that's something we try and include over the weekends.
Great. So there's just some ideas. Maybe you've got your own ideas that you can share with us. But we'd love to connect with you through our WhatsApp groups. We're going to have a prayer meeting in our growth groups in the coming week, so do join a growth group if you're not part of one already, and interact with them on the different technology platforms that they're going to be using. So we'll say more about that, but there's just a few things to think about and some family news, and we'll try and do this again sometime soon.